think it's important to think of activity as well as exercise. Because personally, I know when I think of exercise, I think you go into the gym, you're going out to run, or you're doing something formal. And I think that if we think about activities, even housework is activities, and that counts. You know, ironing counts, vacuuming counts, mopping the floor counts. Now, probably you're not doing that every day, but in the whole picture, overall, every week, you can see what you do. So if you just come home and you eat fast food and you sit on the couch and watch TV, then you're probably not getting enough activity. And you have to think of something else. But I think activity versus formal exercise, and you might get to a point if you're not exercising regularly that you can get there by starting smaller. So you're right, there are barriers, or we kind of set up barriers. So you have to think, how can I get rid of this barrier? And you can do simple things like park farther away, so you walk more to and from the parking lot, or you can park on the 4th floor and walk up and down stairs. Maybe you don't want to start at the 4th floor. Maybe you want to park 2nd floor. And then in a couple of weeks, I'm going to park on the 3rd floor. And you go up so that it's not hard going down the steps. It's hardest going up the steps because that's more aerobic. And you can decide to do the same at work. Take the stairs rather than the elevator. Those are simple things. And adding in activities throughout the day is a good thing. In nursing, we walk a lot. We're on our feet a lot. I know some nurses who bought a pedometer and attached it to them so they could see how many steps they made every day. All right. I don't know that's the only way to ever get your exercise, because there's a lot of stopping and starting, and there is a lot of standing. What we also know now is that you don't have to go and do cardiac for 30 minutes to get the benefit. If you're doing 10 minutes in the morning, if you can take 5 minutes even at lunchtime and walk. If there's a park nearby or a lovely spot to go walk and it's a safe place, go and walk on part of your lunch break if you can. All right? So fitting it in that way. You might be able to walk, then walk fast, then walk slower, then walk fast. And so you're giving impulses, kind of, you're pulsing it in a way. And that's been shown to be just as effective as super long-term 20, 30 minutes of running. If you have a family and you have children, you can certainly play with your kids. You can play catch with your kids. You could go out and play whatever balls and soccers, you can practice with them a little bit. You know, when they're young. When they're a little older, they want to go to practice on their own. But they still like to have that involvement. So trying to find a way that the whole family could enjoy things. Like at least once a month, maybe you can't do it every week, but go for a bike ride. You don't have to go 10 miles. You could just decide we're going to ride around, and in the same time, you teach your children how to ride on the street when they're old enough. You teach them how to do turn signals. You teach them, you're teaching them, you're modeling them, and you're getting exercise, and you're out in the fresh air.